여보세요?
Okay, I think I'll wait until she stops speaking.
好，知道了。sure thing.
Yeah, I mean, she knows like 4 languages, so that's kind of nice. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the banner review of 2.5 second half. We have Topaz and Nambi and Lingsha, and the 4 stars are Misha, Natasha, and Gunaifen. For some reason, Gunaifen is like in every other banner. Anyways, we can start off with the 5 stars. You can start off with Topaz. Topaz has a niche, so if you want to play follow-up teams like Dr. Ratio or Fair Shout, Topaz is a very good second DPS. The follow-up team core, the main follow-up team core is Robin, Aventurine, and Topaz. Then you can put Dr. Ratio, you can put Fair Shout, you can put like any other one. And yeah, so Topaz is very solid if you want to play those teams. Yeah, and let's go to the Eidolons. Her E1 gives a 50% crit damage buff to all the follow-up attacks that hits the target with the Nambi on it. So this is like an extra debuff, so it helps if you play Dr. Ratio, because Dr. Ratio needs 3 debuffs and Dr. Ratio gives 1, and Topaz, the Nambi alone is 1 debuff, and with this you can get your 3rd debuff. Her E2, when Nambi takes action, Topaz gets 5 energy. This is kind of an issue that Topaz has, because Topaz is kind of energy hungry, and if you want to get like more Nambi uptime, you kind of want to use the skill like more often, but you also don't want to, because like you don't want to use skill points on your second DPS. Like you'd rather use your skill point on Facial or like Dr. Ratio. So like with this you get 5 energy, but like for an E2 it's like okay. E3 is talent levels, it's okay. E4, when Nambi turns begins, Topaz action advanced by 20%. So when Topaz does a normal attack, Nambi goes faster, because Topaz's normal attack is a follow-up attack. That means like whenever a follow-up attack happens, Nambi goes faster. And with this, when Nambi goes for Topaz goes fast as well. And with each Nambi hit, Nambi also get energy from E2. So like this is pretty decent with E2 as well. So you get like more energy. And E5 is talent levels, okay, and E6. And now we have 3 ultimate stacks, which is good. And also 10% fire resistance, fire respect, which is nice. And with this, you can have I think 100% Nambi uptime, 100% like ultimate uptime, because you are getting more energy from E2 and E4, and also you have more turns, like you have more stacks on Nambi. So that means like you can get 100% enhanced Nambi uptime. E1 is enough if you want to just buff your Dr. Ratio, if you want to just buff your other main DPS, because from E2 to E6 you are not buffing your Facial, you are not buffing your Dr. Ratio, you are just improving your Topaz Nambi damage, which is also good, which is also relevant for the entire team DPS. But yeah, so it's not like E1 is a pretty decent stopping point. I mean, you don't need any Eidolons, by the way. As you can see, my Topaz is E0 and I'm doing fine. So we can go to Lingsha. I mean, I don't know whether I can show Lingsha here, so I'll just put gallery here, but I'll be talking about Lingsha, by the way. Lingsha's E1. Lingsha's weakness break efficiency increases by 50%, and when enemy unit's weakness is broken, reduces their defense by 20%. This is actually very good. Like break efficiency increases by 50%, that means you can break the enemies faster, and whenever they're broken, like defense down. So this is like, okay, so when I talk about Lingsha, I'm strictly talking about the Firefly team. That is like Lingsha's niche, in my opinion. So you are gonna play with Runmei anyways. Like with Runmei and all the break stuff that's going on, they are gonna be broken for a while. So like at all time, they will have their defense reduced by 20%. So that's actually a very strong E1 for a healer. And E2, when using ultimate, increases all allies break effect by 40%, lasting for 3 turns. You can get a 3-turn ultimate on Lingsha, so that means all the time you will have like 40% break effect, which is okay. It's okay. I mean, yeah, I mean normally Firefly teams, they are getting break effect from Harmony MC, from Firefly herself, and also from Runmei. So yeah, so like more break effect. And it's always nice. E3 is talent level, cool I guess. And E4, when Fuyan takes action, restores HP equal to 40% of Lingsha's attack for the ally whose current HP is the lowest. This is kind of a weird Eidolon. Like E4, like it does nothing. It does nothing. It just gives you healing. And healing, like just getting more healing from E4, I don't know, it's kind of weird, it's kind of weak actually, because you shouldn't be dying with a Lingsha anyways. Like if you are dying on Lingsha, that means you have different problems. E5 is more talent increases, it's okay. And E6, while Fuyan is on the field, reduces all enemy units all type rest by 20%, so that's like a Ruanmei ultimate. So if you have this and Ruanmei's ultimate, it's like 40% all type rest down. That is actually a decent increase. And also when Fuya attacks, additional deals 4 instant damage. That means like more breaking, and that means like more super break damage. So that part is good, but that part is not the highlight. The highlight is like the rest down. Like for an E6, it's not the greatest because it is good, but like comparing to other E6s, it's okay. But the E1 is actually very strong. So actually it's good. Like early Eidolons being strong, that means it's kind of bait. If they put that in like E6, no one would get that. But because it's E1, people would just pay a little bit to get like that increase. Like lots of characters have very good Eidolons at E1, especially the supports. Anyways, that is Lingsha. And the 4 stars, we have... Yeah, let's start with Misha. I mean, yeah. You already know my thoughts on Misha. I don't like Misha because Misha is, yeah, whatever. Okay, like I don't recommend anyone building Misha, but like if you like Misha, sure. E1, when using the ultimate for every enemy on the field, additionally increase the hits per action for the current ultimate by 1 hit up to 5 hits. This is the issue with this, because you kind of want to use the ultimate on one enemy. It's kind of like Jingue's Titan Lord, right? Like you want all the bounces to hit on one elite enemy, like one big enemy, so that like you get more super break damage, like more damage. But with this, like this gives you more stacks when you have more enemies. But that's not when you want to use the ultimate anyways. But thing is like in reality, like you just use the ultimate whenever you get the ultimate up. So with this, it kind of helps if you have like 3-4 enemies like lying around here and there. E2. Before each hit of the ultimate lands, there's a 24% base chance of reducing the target's defense by 16% for 3 turns. Yeah, I mean you have like 10 hits, so like each hit has a 24% base chance. That means you are getting this. Like if you have to be like very unlucky to like miss this. So like because like you don't want to build effect hit rate just for this obviously, but because it's like a multi hit, it's like yeah, you are getting this reliably. It's okay. Defense down, yeah, it's always nice. E4, increase the damage multiplier for each hit of the ultimate by 6%. It is also okay. It's like nothing great. It's also like it's fine. E5 is also like 1 second talent damage. E6, when using the ultimate, increases own damage by 30%, lasting until the end of the turn. And in addition, the next time the skill is used, recovers 1 skill point for the team. I mean 1 second ultimate damage. So like from E0 to E6, your ultimate will do like a decent amount of damage. Like there will be like a sizable increase to your ultimate, because every one of this, it's ultimate. Every one of these Eidolons buffs your ultimate. Anyways, the next we have, let's go to Natasha. Natasha also has some weird Eidolons. Yeah, I mean when I started the game, Natasha was like one of the 2 healers that we have, so everyone builds Natasha. But nowadays you can just skip Natasha. If you get a Bailu, you can just build Bailu and Lynx, because Lynx is also free. You can just skip Natasha. So like Natasha Eidolons is not that important to you unless you really like Natasha. So let's talk about that. E1, after being attacked, if the current HP is if you go lower, if Natasha gets close to dying, she'll get some HP back. She'll like restore her HP back. But this can only happen once per battle. That is actually low. It could have been like once every 3 turns, something like that. E2, when Natasha uses ultimate, grant continuous healing for unturned for all allies. So use ultimate, and whenever your characters get a turn, they get like some healing. E3 is talent increase. E4, after being attacked, she gets 5 energy. So normally if you get attacked, you get like 8 energy, and with this you are getting 13 energy, which is okay for a healer, because healers needs to have the ultimate. This is okay. E5 is whatever. E6, this is weird. Natasha's basic attack additionally deals physical damage equal to 40% of a max HP. Yeah, you are building Natasha with HP, and also this is HP scaling. It doesn't mean this is good, because you are not building crit, because this is not critting anyways, because you are not building crit. You are putting a healing orb on Natasha, not healing orb, like healing body on Natasha. So this actually this is kind of weird. Anyways, let's go to Gunaifen. Gunaifen has some decent Eidolons. Little Gui. I mean, she's by far the strongest 4-star in this 4-star lineup that we have on this banner. E1. When skill is used, there's a 100% base chance to reduce the attacked target enemy's effect resistance by 10%. This is okay. This is not, you don't notice this. Like I use Gunaifen with Acheron Pela, Gunaifen, Akron. We are already building effective rate on Gunaifen and Pela anyways. So like reducing the effect resistance, it doesn't do that much. E2. When the enemy target is being burnt, the damage multiplier of the burn status applied by her basic attack and skill increased by 40%. Gunaifen's damage is not, I mean, it's not like Gunaifen's damage is bad, it's the burn DOT altogether, it's not the best DOT. The burn break does good damage, but the burn DOT is kinda bad. E3, talent increases. E4, every time burn status inflict by Gunaifen causes damage, and Gunaifen gets 2 energy. It's like energy is always nice. The thing is, you can't get energy recharge from substats, like in Genshin. So like getting energy here and there, like it's something, like it adds up. E5, okay. E6, actually E5 is also good because it increases the talent level. And Gunaifen's fire kiss, it's the talent, so like 2 plus 2 levels, it's actually like a fire kiss increase. So it's actually nice. E6 increase the stacks by 1. That means now you can have 4 fire kiss stacks on the enemies. And now let's go to the weapons. So Lingsha's weapon, it gives 60% break effect, and when Lingsha uses the ultimate, it puts the enemies in the war-free, I can't say the name, war-free state, lasting for 2 turns, just like Lingsha's own ultimate. And in this state, enemies take 10% increased damage. So I mean, this adds up with Lingsha's own kit, so it's kind of nice. And also this can additionally boost by 8% if the wearer's break effect is 150 or higher, and this is pretty easily reachable because 150 is not that high of a break effect to get, especially when the Litecoin gives 60% as well. And you are playing with Ruan Mei and Harmony MC and they all give break effect. This is easily achievable, so it's not a problem. And now for the Topaz Litecoin, I think we can find it here. Worrisome Blissful. Yeah, very cool. Anyways, increase the crit rate by 80% and increase damage dealt by follow-up attacks by 30%. After the wearer uses follow-up attack, inflict the target with the tame state. So that's like another debuff. Stacking out 2 times. When allied this enemy target under the tame state, each tame stack increases the crit damage dealt by 12%. So it's basically like the E1. It's good. Now for the 4 stars, because these are the ones that people actually want. Planetary Rendezvous. This used to be a very good weapon, but the thing is, there are lots of good harmony weapons. Harmony Litecoins, I mean. Yeah, this is actually very good for like mono teams and teams where the harmony character is also the same element as the main DPS. For example, Sparkle with Sela in Mono Quantum, Tingyun with Jingyuan, and if you use Asta with like a Himeko, Yukong and Dr. Ratio, Yukong and Welt. Yeah, so this can have uses. The next one is the Shared Healing, I think that's the name. A Shared Feeling, not Shared Feeling. Like whenever you use the skill, regenerates 2 energy for all allies. This is good for abundance units that uses the skill often, like not like Luocha. Like Luocha doesn't use the skill at all. Like you can, but like sometimes like you don't. For Ho-Ho, because Ho-Ho uses skill once every 2 turns, you don't have to, but it's nice. Like even on like Lingsha, you can use skill every other turn, but you don't have to. But like this is good. But the thing is, once again, even for like Ho-Ho, there's like a free-to-play Litecoin that's very good on Ho-Ho. So like you don't have to go on this panel just to get this Litecoin. But there are like lots of it, like there's like the Baru Litecoin you can buy from the MOC shop that also gives energy like randomly, but it also gives energy. This is actually a good Litecoin, but once again, the competition is very high. And now let's look at the Morse Litecoin. Increases the wearer's break effect by 20% when entering battle or after dealing break damage. Increases speed by 8%, lasting for 2 turns. So this is actually not good on Morse, even though Morse's face is on it. But this is actually the best free-to-play Litecoin on Boot Hill because it gives break effect. I think this is the only Litecoin that gives break effect, except Boot Hill's own Litecoin. But like going on the banner just for like a 1-4 Litecoin, it's always like, I would, because there's no guarantee. Like you can literally miss this every time. If you want 2 Litecoins out of 3, or like if you want all 3 at best, then sure. But if you only want 1 out of the 3, it's like, yeah, it's very hard. Like I would like never advise that, but like if you have Boot Hill, sure. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys in next time. I hope your pulls go well. I hope you learn a thing or 2 from this video. I hope you learn something about the Eidolons and the Litecoins and the value, etc. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace boys.